Hello and welcome here to George Washington Golf Club, here at the RLI Golf Academy with your PGA professional Ryan Ingram. Today what we're going to be focusing on is how we can create a better hip rotation to create you a better impact position that will relate to more consistency to your strikes. If you don't already, follow my social media links below where we find more content each week to help improve your game. Let's make your swing perform better. Okay, so how can we create better strikes to your golf shots? As you can see here, I've got an alignment stick through my belt buckles. This is going to help identify how we are going to rotate correctly with our hips, and also allowing us to see the movement we are creating with our hips and distinguish whether we are moving them correctly or incorrectly to help improve your strikes to the golf ball. So how do we do this? First thing I want you to do is obviously apply the alignment stick through the belt buckle. From this position, what I want you to do is just create your posture, a good setup to that golf ball. And from here, if we were to take the club into the backswing, you can see we can look at this into the backswing as well as the downswing. The hip is slightly rotating, somewhat 45 degrees in which we want the hips to rotate into our backswing. And we can also identify how we then rotate our hips on the way through to help increase a better consistency to your strikes. So once you can see here, I've got an alignment stick within your belt buckle. We are going to use this to give us a visualization of how we need to work the hips. I want to tell you the two ways I tend to see the hips working and how it relates to the movement of our arms and the golf club into the downswing. So from this position we can have two ways in which the hips can move, and resulting in our arms moving in different positions, creating different paths to the golf club and club face positions at impact. So the first way I normally see from this position is as we go from the top of our swing, from this 45 degree angle with our hips, the good players and the elite golfers have a tendency to have too much of a lateral movement in the golf swing. So as you can see here, my spine's tilted back. The golf club has now came from more of an inside to the target line path, so we would create into outswing path, draws, push shots. This is going to then have to be causing the club to square up, result in flipping our hands, which creates inconsistencies through our club face at impact, and also strike issues, which creates our efficiency, ball speed and distance for that matter. So the opposite to what I see is that we don't get any hip movement, and we tend to see a lot of arm movement coming down, which then creates our hip movement and resulting in them hips moving up and out of the way, because we've got to create some room for that club to pass through as it's coming more from an out to in path. So if I show you from this view and we talk about the club coming down and the hips working laterally, you can see my golf club comes behind my body, behind this alignment stick, and I'm stuck at this position. What I've got to do is then flip my hands over to square that club face up to some degree, which is the inconsistency of that movement. Very powerful for some players, but can cause inconsistencies through strike and club face alignment. The second one we tend to see is that the hip and the alignment stick will stay somewhat at 45 degree angle. The club will work over the top, so creating an out to in swing path, and as the club comes in, the body lifts up, the bum comes in, an early extension as the technical term, to allow room for this club to move through the golf ball and square up that club face to some degree, resulting in some weak strikes, heavy and thin shots to your golf ball. So if you're a golfer that thinks that they're creating either of these two positions, keep watching. So how are we going to fix this? We're going to look at the alignment stick and we're going to work on how this stick needs to move, and that's going to help you bring down the golf club on a better plane, better path, and help create you better strikes to your golf shots. So from this position, at the top of our swing, we want the left part of our alignment stick to rotate that the right one starts to point towards the golf ball. And you can see from this position that you can see my left buttocks. That's allowed me to create some room that the club can then pass through, but I've still got my posture in my golf swing, allowing me to strike through, make good clean contact with that golf ball, nice square club face and a good distance to your golf shots. So how do we do this? So if we can look from it and we're starting to move our hips, what we want to try to identify is that there's a movement with our left leg. We're going to transfer our weight by pushing this left knee towards our target, and then from this position we're going to move that left side out the way, and you can see again my alignment stick is now pointing towards yourselves, that it's at impact to the golf ball, creating this room for the club to exit left and make a good solid clean strike to your golf ball with a square club face. So getting onto the drill and how are we going to use this onto the practice area, using the alignment stick to help improve your strikes. So we are from the top of our golf swing, our hips have rotated at somewhat 45 degrees, and on the way down what we want to try to do is maintain the club in front of this alignment stick as we start this right hand side alignment stick coming towards the golf ball. What we don't want to do is have too much lateral movement that still points behind us. So we are coming down, we are rotating this right side towards our golf ball, and as you can see my golf club's still in front, entering now that space I've created by moving that left hip out the way, and hopefully at this point you can start to see my left side, or the left side of my alignment stick, as I've rotated, and that as the right side has come towards that golf ball, making contact with the golf ball and entering our finish position. So let's give this a go, see how it fares up with me. So good setup, good rotation into the backswing, somewhat 45 degrees with the hips. From here I want to feel that my alignment stick's coming towards the golf ball, my club's going to stay ahead, and I'm going to make a good clean strike. So hopefully you see there, nice divot being taken. Just take the grass off my club face. My alignment stick hopefully came out in front of me towards the golf ball. That distance has been created, nice solid strike. I'm happy with that golf shot. So give this a go. Next time you're out at the driving range, pop an alignment stick in between your belt buckles. You might look a bit of a numpty doing it, but hey, it's going to improve your game, your strikes, and make you hit better golf shots. If you like this video, click the thumbs up for me, that would help me a great deal. And don't forget to subscribe with the button below. It'll take you a few minutes and it will help me out greatly. And also my social media links below, where you'll find more content each week to help improve your game. Bye for now.